Over the years, I built a system for buying, wearing, storing, and doing laundry that eliminates basically every clothing decision from my day. This video is that entire system born entirely out of frustrated laziness, and I'm sharing it not because I think everyone should do exactly like me, but because if you deal with clutter or laundry annoyances or decision fatigue, maybe one or some of these ideas will click for you the way they did for me. So let's dive in, beginning with my 90-10 wardrobe foundation. 90% of my clothes are my uniform. Some people will call it a capsule wardrobe, but I call it I want to get dressed with my eyes closed. The goal is simple. Every top matches every bottom matches every shoe, every jacket matches everything. Even my hats fit into the same visual language. In other words, I can literally shut my eyes, shove my hand into my closet, and whatever comes out at random, it all just works. Now, to be clear, I don't say this to try and change people who genuinely love fashion. If fashion is your creative outlet, don't change. But my opinion, for most days, for office days, errands, focused work, decision-free clothing liberates brain cells for things that actually matter. And I say this as someone who used to be a sneakerhead. I mean, look, I'd buy a new pair of sneakers, then buy a hat and a t-shirt that matched only that one pair. They'd get maybe worn 2 or 3 times and they'd just sit there, silently cluttering both my home and my mind. So now the 90% is clean, simple, interchangeable pieces. My personal mix is split primarily between Uniqlo and Unbound Merino because to me, subjectively, they hit my own ideal kind of trifecta of quality, simplicity, and durability. And candidly, if I weren't such a frequent flyer for work, I probably would have never discovered Unbound Merino almost a decade ago. Yet for the past 9 years, this segment sponsor has saved me so much money and annoyance because of its incredible odor and wrinkle resistance, as well as naturally antimicrobial properties that enable countless travelers to wear the same outfit every day for a week or more, without washing nor offending other people's noses. But how it saved me so much money is because its unique qualities mean that even for trips lasting more than a month, 1 thin hoodie, 2 bottoms, and 3 tops is more than enough, which means packing carry-on only, even for long trips, is not only possible, but easy. So forget the value that's hard to calculate, like the freedom of not needing to lug around and keep track of a ton of luggage. I mean, the cheapest check bag fee I've seen is $35 per flight. And as someone who must fly on at the very least 20 flights a year means that I save at the bare minimum $700 each and every year against check bag fees alone. And with such soft, versatile, and clean-looking options for both men and women, Unbound Merino's been kind enough to let me share a discount off your first order with them, and you can find that secret discount code down in the description below. Thank you so much to Unbound Merino for sponsoring this portion of the video. But this whole foundation is called the 90-10 because there is the other 10%. My 10% includes 1 blue suit, super rarely worn but still good to have a suit, sports jerseys for hanging out with friends on game nights, this Coogie sweater my uncle handed down before he passed away, and this jacket I'd always wanted since I was a little child. And if you know, you know. The result is this. If 90% of your clothing decisions disappear, your life gets meaningfully easier. And the 10% to me is straight up happiness. Oh, and one personal thing, I do avoid logos. Not because I think logos are bad or think that everyone else should also go logoless, but rather, it's because I travel solo so much and my goal, especially abroad, is to be instantly perceived as respectable and yet just as quickly forgotten. Low profile clothing helps me blend in anywhere I go abroad, and when I'm at home, the simplicity of it all just furthers that aim of eliminating as many decisions as possible. Let's move on to laundry. However, before sharing that system, I have to address a universal human struggle, the worn once not yet dirty pile. Many folks solve this by creating a pile. A chair, a spot on the floor, a chaotic mountain that grows until stuff gets too wrinkled to rewear. My solution is painfully simple. I use this over-the-door hook system, 6 hooks, 6 items maximum. If I exceed 6, something has to go into the laundry. It keeps everything visible, unwrinkled, and contained. On days I'm at the metal fabrication shop, I have a pile of garbage shirts over there that I change into when I arrive. So even dirty production work doesn't affect my 90-10 foundation pieces. Now onto my laundry system. Sunday afternoons are my entire home cleaning time. My apartment gets reset weekly and laundry is built into that ritual. You may have noticed that I do not own any white colored clothing, and honestly I wish I could. But me, I get coffee or hot sauce splatter way too frequently, and as someone who sweats so much and so quickly, any white shirt I owned yellowed at the neckline very fast. With all my pieces in my 90-10 foundation, there is zero risk of discoloration, so I don't even sort lights and darks anymore. My washing machine is my laundry basket until Sunday afternoon because every piece in my 90% can be machine washed cold. Of course, ridiculously easy for me to say as somebody who lives alone, but even if I had a family, at least for my kids, I would try to create a system where every single article of clothing can be washed together without discoloration, shrinking, and any of that. But regardless, while the washing machine is running, I deep clean my kitchen and bathroom. And by the time the wash cycle is done, those deep clean spaces are spotless, at which point, Unbound merino pieces get hung to dry on a collapsible drying rack, draped generously so they don't stretch from gravity pulling down on them, and both bedding, towels, and the Uniqlo stuff goes straight into the dryer. Most notably though, the thing that has permanently changed my sanity, I no longer organize socks. I only buy and wear Fruit of the Loom Dual Defense ankle socks, black and white. That's it. Virtually no other socks exist in my home. I don't pair them, I don't fold them, I don't match them. When the dryer is done, I dump every sock into a single drawer, with the only variable being the extremely obvious color difference, which means every morning, I just grab two very obviously matching socks and I'm done. To be clear, if you love fun, unique, expressive socks, please don't change. But if you're like me and socks annoy you, this eliminates the pain entirely, and in fact, it's the theme of my entire wardrobe philosophy. If something keeps irritating you, ask, what would make this easy? And now, part 3. Clothing storage. Beyond my worn once not yet dirty hooks, here's my philosophy. Shirts should be hung, pants should be folded, because pants are easy to fold and shirts are annoying to fold. So I hang almost every single top I own, with one important distinction. I use 2 different types of hangers depending on each shirt's collar. For openable collars, button-ups, polos, and thin full-zip hoodies, these can all slip off traditional hangers. But I'm way too lazy to button the top button or zip anything up, so I use cheap Amazon Basics velvet-coated non-slip hangers. They are miracle workers, and as you can see, without buttoning nor zipping up, they are not going anywhere. And you can find these hangers linked down in the description below. However, for closed neck shirts like regular t-shirts, those velvet hangers are too grippy and are painfully slow to deal with. So for t-shirts, crew necks, I use wooden hangers. Easy on, easy off. And this 2-style hanger rule alone eliminates a ton of micro friction, literally and figuratively. And the only tops I don't hang are heavy sweaters, because gravity can ruin shoulder shape over time, so those I fold. Nothing fancy, just arms in, then a half fold, and they stack nicely since I have so few of them. Every pair of pants, except for my suit pants, is part of my interchangeable 90% wardrobe, so folding and stacking is super easy. But let's speedrun everything in terms of real-life organization terms, and heading to my closet. These fast access drawers, top one are for my boxer briefs, and if you're curious, I only wear these long leg breathable Hanes ones. Middle drawer are my jumble of socks that don't need to be paired. Bottom drawer are my athletic shorts for sleep and exercise. Directly above those drawers are that hanging rod where I hang my 90% tops. My heavy sweaters go all the way up at the top since there's only 3 of them. Then on the other side of the sliding doors, there are 2 segments. The top segment with the hanging rail is where I hang my 10% pieces and my jackets for colder Canadian autumns and winters. And the bottom segment on these racks is where I store all of my 90% pants, folded neatly together. As for shoes, as a reformed sneakerhead, my 90% are now white leather sneakers for their versatility and ease of cleaning, but of course, I have 1 pair of shoes to wear with my suit, a pair of wallabies cause wallabies rock, and a pair of crappy old sneakers for days I know will just be really messy. As usual, in any video that features physical products, the magic is not in the exact products I use. It's in eliminating micro annoyances. The 2-hanger system, the 6-hook rule, the standardized socks, the weekly reset, the 90-10 split, those are the things that matter, so please don't make knee-jerk purchases without evaluating your own needs and annoyances. But because I spend almost half of every single year abroad for work, if you want to see how I manage clothes for those 5 to 6 months, you will definitely want to watch this video right up here. If you're interested in small yet hugely impactful home organization tips though, this video down here is the one for you. I'll leave them both on screen for a few seconds so you can choose which one to watch next, but while you're deciding, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you'll be notified the moment new videos just like this one drops.